Pregnant women already have a lot on their minds, but doctors say they shouldn't forget one important addition to their daily routine. News 19's Lindsay Ford is here to tell you about folate or folic acid and why doctors say it plays a crucial role in child development.
Across this country, every 4.5 minutes, a child is born with a birth defect. But doctors say we can change those numbers, and prenatal care is the key. With January being National Birth Defects Prevention Month, doctors point out women who take folic acid before they become pregnant lower the risk of birth defects by as much as 50 to 70%.
As far as the medical part of it goes, the importance of folic acid is something I would like to emphasize on.
Research shows folic acid can specifically help lower birth defect risks that involve the brain or spinal cord, which can cause neurologic complications that may trigger anything from a learning disability on up to a condition like spina bifida.
It's not going to be the end all, of course, but we are what we eat is the old expression.
So, what is folic acid? Folic acid is part of the vitamin B family. Its purpose serves many functions, but the main reason doctors recommend the supplement is because it helps us form healthy cells. Doctors recommend women who are trying to become pregnant or are pregnant take 400 micrograms of folic acid every day.
Research worldwide has shown that it's typically a combination of a healthy diet along with supplements that provides the best benefit.
Doctors say that healthy diet should consist of fruits, vegetables, and lean meats.
Ideally before she's pregnant, and I realize 50% of pregnancies are unplanned, but to get on a multivitamin that has folic acid.
As far as the paternal link to the baby, low folic acid levels in the father have not been found to be a contributing factor in a baby's development. But again, folic acid is important for everyone because a lack of folate can cause anemia. Doctors say if someone feels tingling or numbness, especially in the hands and feet, seek medical attention because anemia might be the cause.
I would recommend getting your hemoglobin checked, and we can investigate further where that's coming from, and if you need to supplement your diet with anything more to fix that.
Doctors say while we can't prevent all birth defects, having a healthy diet and prenatal care increases a woman's chance of having a healthy baby. And if you're a fan of eating beefy liver, well, doctors say that is one of the top food sources containing a high percentage of folic acid.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. To get a list of more prenatal care tips from the experts, visit our website, wxow.com.